Hello everyone, we are back in the house. It's Monday morning and we are ready to go. I've already picked up the little scraper thing and I am starting to get the last little bits off the wall. In here in the medium bedroom, Erin is gonna sand down all the things that I filled in so that I can go on with painting this wall. Still waiting for that one to dry. I'm also gonna give this one a second coat and probably the ceiling. And then you can probably see out here that there's a skip missing. So the skip people have come to take away the skip. It actually happened before we arrived. And then later another kitchen company is gonna come by. We'll take some measurements and then we'll be able to see what they can offer us. So that is what's happening today. Guys, we have gotten all of the paint off. Officially finished, and now Erin's just doing this.
Don't show them this wall, we haven't.
Tiny little bit on this wall. These are just where we tried to paint over to see if it was necessary, and we concluded that it was. Now I am just gonna try and fill this massive crack that we have all the way from like basically floor to ceiling, and also with a massive hole there. And then I just did the wall in here because we had some cracks as well in the paint, so I thought I'd just fill it instead of having to scrape all the paint off of this wall, because this is obviously not blue, so it doesn't do that much of a difference. So yeah, today has been a good day. We had the other kitchen guy come out, and I have things in my hair. Erin, oh, it's out. But yeah, we had the other kitchen guy come over. He measured everything. And then we had Erin's mom come over to see the house for the first time since we bought it. But other than that, we haven't really done much today because, well, there's no reason. We just haven't. It looks like you have no neck.
I know.
It's a little scarf because it's quite cold in the house since we took off all the radiators.
We took off all the radiators. Literally.
Oh yeah, there is one here, but that's why we're in this room though. This corner crack has been filled to the best of my ability. I actually went in with my finger. That was Erin's idea because I obviously couldn't really get the spatula into the corner.
I'm sorry.
Oh God, Erin. What the? That was just domestic violence happening all of a sudden.
From the wall.
As I was saying, here I filled the holes. Okay, I don't have any more to say. Erin has gone grey from sand and everything. Oh, but you did a good job, babe. I've just been sweeping up actually. And then I started scraping a little bit off of these walls because as you guys can see, there's a lot of grout lift and that has to come off before they can plaster the walls. So yeah, but didn't get that far. We'll go home now. Woohoo. Bye bye, guys. Bye. Hi guys, we are back. Can't you just ever just film one little clip with me?
Mirror? It's one of those videos, you know.
Anyways, we are back in the house and we are gonna but we're gonna paint more of this room today. Erin was sanding this wall down last night and I will paint the ceiling second time, this wall second time. We're still waiting for this one to dry. We have like the windows open when we're here. We have dehumidifiers, but yeah, it just takes some time to dry, honestly. And then in here, we obviously filled all the holes in the walls. So Erin was sanding them down and I'll just go over and see if they need a little bit more. Otherwise, I think we'll actually be painting in here as well. All right, so I have prepared to paint more walls. And Erin's been sanding again, so he's just full of dust. And you've just been taking some trash out, haven't you, babe?
Yeah,
I think this room is actually completely done with sanding now, and I'll be painting it when the dust has sort of gone out a little bit. We also went to the window people today and we just did the final little adjustments and stuff. So now we have a contract coming our way that we're gonna sign, and then they will come and replace all of the windows. So that is gonna be so exciting, and I think it's really gonna brighten the space up to have like white frame. And then we have gone for like these bay windows in all the places that there are bay windows now. But I will be starting to paint now because honestly, I'm just procrastinating at this point. We finished this wall, even though it looks like this part is not painted, it actually is. Did the ceiling for the second coat, did this wall for the second coat. This one's extra shiny because it had paint underneath. And what did you get up to?
I cut some wires, which was scary, and then moved everything out of the house into the garage that needed to be moved.
You cleaned the house as well. That's cool. You also did help.
Acted like a hostage.
You helped in here as well.
But yeah, now to move on to the next room.
Yeah, should we do that? Yeah. Guys, I have paint in my head. Got a little bit further with this room. I managed to give this wall a second coat, and hopefully this little part will dry a lot wider overnight. Here Erin just swept up the floor. I took off these plugs because I thought that was good, and then Erin tried to get this little skirting board off, but it's really hard because there's this pipe and we think it's a gas pipe, so we need to figure out something. But otherwise Erin has been in here trying to get all these raw plugs out the walls. You probably can't see them, but it's really annoying because they kind of shine through when you paint over the walls. So we've been trying to get them out or cover them up as best as we can, which we succeeded with over here, I think. So yeah, we're hoping for the best. But yeah, I think I look silly with this paint. I think we might go home now and then we'll come back in the morning and continue, honestly. Are you measuring up the base of the shower?
Yeah.
So
Roughly.
we really want to have a walk-in shower here as well as the bath. It's really nice, babe. So this is what is...
It's really nice.
But yeah, this is essentially what it would look like.
I was just thinking, because the sink's gonna come to like, well, we're swapping these two rounds, so the sink's gonna come to like there.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have quite a lot of room actually to get through.
I mean, you could have a good shower in there.
Yeah, I'm even thinking, do we go smaller?
There's lots to think about and lots of planning. We have a pretty good idea of what we're gonna do with the house, but there's always stuff coming up on the way and new ideas and stuff. So yeah, we're just excited to see what it's gonna end with, honestly. And I'm excited to go home and get this off. It's like literally right on my eye. See you guys tomorrow. So we are back in the house and made a bit of progress today. We've taken off the radiator in this like small bedroom here, and we just need to sand a few little bits in here because we just filled in the crack, and then we'll actually start painting in here and get this room finished. Woo! And we can do this little corner too because it's dry now. It's looking super white and bright. We just do want to go over this little patch one more time. It is going to be behind a radiator, so it doesn't really matter, but we do just want like the peace of mind of knowing that it has been like gone over.
see it's going up there. Oh! Oh, that hurts so much.
Because like, if I do this, it all goes wrong.
Oh yeah, it does. It
Yeah.
is very important what you do right now. But we took off, or I didn't, I can't claim that. They took off all the sockets. Everyone, we are in the car now and we did actually do quite a lot today. We finished 2 coats of paint in the smallest bedroom on all the walls, so that is pretty much done now, but I don't know if they need like a 3rd coat actually, 2 of the walls, because they were really soaking in that moisture. And then Aaron's been taking down the tiles from the old kitchen up top, so now we can actually paint that plastered ceiling in there. And obviously we took off the radiator and stuff. That was pretty good progress. We're going home now because we are meeting up with some friends later, so pretty good day. Hi guys, it's very sunny. I'll just go in the shade. But yeah, it's a super bright sunny day and we are back at the house. We have had a day off because everything in the house just needed to dry. There was a lot of like professional people appointments we needed to do in regards to the house and the people that are coming in to help us with a few things. But now we are back and today a few things are happening actually. I think we might paint some more and then we will also start to look at the electrics in the old kitchen room so that we can fix the plug sockets so it looks like a normal bedroom, because right now they're like really high up on the wall. And then we're gonna need to do a lot of measurements in the house. We have the whole floor plan, but we need to get specific measurements for the bathroom so that we can start ordering tiles, bathtub, sink, toilet. So that's pretty much what we're doing today. We are also finally getting a table up here. It's one of those fold-up ones, but it just means that we can put all the tools up on a table, and that is honestly something we've been waiting for since day one. Like, I don't know why we haven't brought it up sooner, but today it's coming and that is going to be great. And Dad is also coming to help again with the electrics because he has more knowledge about it and we want to be sure to do it right, obviously. Yeah. So as you might have been able to see behind me, this is the porch and it is actually looking quite dry. There's thought.
I think this is ready to paint.
Yeah, but it is still a bit
It's a tiny
damp,
bit
like,
this bit.
yeah.
Like we painted.
You say this wall's good?
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks
like,
pretty
there's,
good.
like, a little bit down the.
Yeah, and in the
you
corner,
can
yeah.
avoid that.
That wall's done.
I mean,
A
that
couple of patches. I think this one needs to dry more.
Yeah.
So in the kitchen room,
Hi, buddy.
the ceiling is completely done. Boys removed everything up here so that we can actually get to the ceiling. And the on all these painted rooms is that they are looking incredibly white. And it's pretty much the same in here, like, and then we're just waiting for this wall to dry completely. It is taking a bit longer to dry for all these walls because it is winter and it is a wet season, but it's honestly fine. We've had the dehumidifiers on constantly and we have brought up a heater as well, like an electric heater. So hopefully that could blast a little bit of warmth onto the walls to make them dry a little bit faster so that we can finish with the painting on the plastered walls. And the table has arrived. This makes me so happy. Right, so I just organized our table a little bit. I have the little bit of extra stuff down here, but otherwise it's a coffee and tea, drink station, some paper tissue, some safety wear here, gloves, some magazines for decor, tools, fillers, and then we have the sauce down here. And now I think I will just arrange all of our chairs so that we can actually sit here. These are beanbag chairs, or like bean chairs? Beanbag? Lazy boys? I don't know. We brought them down here because Aaron thought it would be hilarious to sit on them, and I think he sat on them about one time. So, yeah. So I just painted this little bit of the wall in the master bedroom. There is a closet like here, so this is this wall done. And now I'm gonna attempt to paint this big wall. I'm obviously just gonna avoid these little bits that are still drying completely, just like I did in that little corner. But it is such a big wall, and a part of it is in this like entrance way, which I don't know how I'm gonna fit in here with the roller. Honestly, dreading it a little bit. Also just because my arms, when I'm doing all the trimmings up, like my shoulder is like dying. But it does really motivate me to film it actually, because watching the sped up video afterwards is quite satisfying to watch. I'll also just show you guys the setup. I just put my phone up on this massive ladder to show you guys the wall over here. I really just have to get quite creative with how we set up the cameras and stuff. We don't have any equipment, we're just filming on our phones and slightly on our GoPro that we bought for a trip that we went on to Asia. So we're pretty new to all of this and we're just trying to set up. That's why sometimes you can see in the clips that the phone falls and stuff. It just happens. I don't know if you guys can hear it from Aaron's hammering, but there is so many birds whistling outside. It's such a beautiful day. Spring is really on its way. I have now finished this full wall, and while I did that, the most tragic thing happened. Our dear paint roller on a stick DIY broke, and now it's out of focus. And just like in the cartoons, we have the white outline of where the crime happened. But actually it came in handy because I had reached this part where I had to paint, and the roller couldn't get in here, so I painted this part like sideways, and that is not very nice. So actually I could just like take the little roller by hand and do that piece, and then tape together the two bits again, and this time it's with like electrical tape, so hopefully this will last us. Anyways, that's finished now and my arms are hurting, and now Aaron is about to take all of this electrical stuff down here out, and I am gonna have a little coffee break. so I have given this wall a second coat. However, some of the plaster came off just as I rolled over it. And I'm not sure what caused that to happen, because as you guys can perhaps see, the wall underneath is the same as this one, so it is like a layer of paint that's underneath. But it has been on many of our walls, so that really shouldn't be a problem. But we'll talk to our plaster and see what he says, because yeah, it's a bit weird. It's overall looking really good, especially compared to the first one I did, which is obviously more patchy and stuff. Since that happened with the plaster, I'm not gonna give this wall a second coat, just because I want to make sure it's completely dry and there's nothing like that was my fault for that to happen, and I obviously don't want to risk it happening on more walls. So we're gonna let this dry for now, and I'll wrap up the paint now. And I think the boys are pretty much done with the electrics as well. So I think we might head home soon. The sun has set, and yeah, it's about to be evening. Hi guys, we have just been into a tile store to look at tiles for the bathroom, for walls and floors, and for bathtubs and sinks and toilets. We even looked for the tiles they had for the outside, like on the patio, because I think we might be putting a patio down.
Oh, I'll definitely get a patio.
We will definitely put a patio down. Went really well, and I think we found at least 2 tiles that are like our favorite ones, so we just need to see, you know, what's better quality, what's cheaper, all these things.
They were a good price, to be fair.
They were a really good price, and they're all like doing sales now, so that's also great.
They gave us free coffees.
I mean, we just took free coffees actually.
True.
We're excited to purchase it. We have to purchase it like basically today or tomorrow, because it needs to arrive before our bathroom fitter is gonna go at it in the bathroom, and we will actually be on holiday when he does that. So we will literally just come back and there will be a whole new bathroom in the house, and I am so excited to see it. Now we are driving over to see our friend Charlie, who also helped in the house, because we're having a day off and I love it.
It's like a day off, really.
It's just there are so many drying times in the house right now, so we can't do too much, so we're just taking this time to relax a bit as well. Yeah, that's what we're doing.